Welcome to There Will Be Expletives. I'm Jeff.
I'm Ron.
And Ron, I think I kind of figured out what Game of Thrones is. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
What it is, it's that feeling you get when you're already at the funeral of a loved one and your girlfriend breaks up with you. Would you agree?
I would totally agree with that.
It's a pretty fair assessment.
That is a very fair assessment.
Yeah, it's kind of devastating, but I feel like a battered housewife, like I can't help but come back.
I was going to say, you can't help,
You can't, because it's so good, but I don't think I've ever been...
Oh, it hurts so good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been so gripped by a TV show where I love it, but I hate that I love it so much, because it's just rough sometimes.
Oh, please hurt me some more.
So, this is the commentary that no one asked for. Continuing.
Yep. Just like the last one. No one asked for that shit either.
The last one we did, Hard Home, which was episode 8.
Fucking amazing is what that was.
It was. Game of Thrones Season 5, our commentaries continue with the season finale. So,
Mother's Mercy.
Spoilers for everything that has ever happened in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, if you're not caught up yet, why the fuck are you listening? So, please stop, get caught up, and then come back.
Yeah, definitely, because we are going to be talking...
No holds barred.
Yeah, everything. And... we are on the previously on Game of Thrones screen, and that is, if you're on HBO Go, that is 42 seconds in. And it's, like I said, it's the previously on Game of Thrones screen if you are not watching HBO Go and if you're watching on like DVR or something like that. So if you want to sync along with us, I'm going to cue you in to press play when I do, and if not, it's basically going to work like a regular episode. It's just the show is giving us topics to talk about instead of us using prepared topics. So
right.
You can still follow along.
Which means it's already a much better show than our typical.
Yeah. Because less work we do means better quality.
Exactly.
All right, and I'm about to play it. So in 3, 2, 1, and play.
And optimizing video quality and buffering. And it restarted.
This is being left in.
Yes,
all
it
right.
is. So
we are going back to 42 seconds into the episode.
Give us a moment.
Oh, this is off to a fantastic start.
Well, this is awkward.
We just recorded our earlier episode, 20 minutes before we did this, so We're probably going to have no voices by the end of it, so just bear
We already have no voices, dude.
Just
My throat kind of hurts.
With us. All right. Now we are back we are back
it's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Don't judge us.
We are back. This is all HBO Go's fault, so good job, HBO Go. We are back at 42 seconds in, previously on Game of Thrones screen.
Again.
As
it previously.
So let's try this again. If you want to follow us along, just press play. When I cue you in, 3, 2, 1, and please play. Okay, we're working. Okay. All is well. All right, we have to remember there's no subtitles on the recap. Last time we freaked out. It's broken. Oh, Game of Thrones. This is a long recap, too. They recap shit from multiple seasons back.
Yeah, they do. Along with one really, really good troll that we will get to.
Yeah, it makes me sad. Oh, I am not prepared to watch this episode again.
No, I am not. I kind of wish that I had, though. Before we did this,
it would have helped. But like I said earlier, we were talking back and forth quite a bit about this one, so we've kind of watched it twice. How much we talked about it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty then. And goddamn you, Game of Thrones, you and your freaking trolling. Dude, how young does everyone look when they flash back to season 1? It's kind of
right.
like Jon Snow, especially without his giant man beard. He looks like a little kid almost.
Oh, dude, I love that we recapped that fucking awesome spear throw, though.
Yeah, Jorah.
Oh man, Jorah's always been one of my absolute favorites, but that episode especially, and the one before it,
so good. Oh, I was a little let down by that. I thought they were going to do more with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It makes me sad.
I was a little let down with this. Fucking Stannis.
Dick. We actually had a good conversation going, which has no answer. And that was, who is more despicable at this moment in time, Stannis or Ramsay? And we actually had differing opinions. I said Stannis, you said Ramsay.
I said Ramsay. But I only said Ramsay because Ramsay fucking takes pleasure in everything that he does. You know, like, he enjoys causing the pain and suffering. Whereas Stannis, again, neither one of them are good people. Stannis burned his daughter alive for the sake of a throne. So, I mean, they're not good people, but he clearly did not take any pleasure in it. He did not want to do it.
But it shouldn't have even been...
It shouldn't have even been on the table.
It shouldn't have even crossed his mind to actually burn his... And then his crazy-ass wife, she hated their daughter, and even she was trying to save her, and he was like, nope, let it go.
Yeah.
And it was just like, we were talking earlier off mic, he is so set. Like, when he gets his mind set on something, he's fucking doing it. Yeah. I mean, he's an asshole, but you gotta give him that. Like, he's committed as hell to what he wants to do. Because, you know, with...
he is fully convinced that he is the one true king.
Yeah. And...
as Melisandre puts it.
And
she's a cold-hearted bitch, man.
Oh, yeah, but we need her. With Jolinder's in later. Hopefully you've already seen
We're not there yet.
Hopefully you've already seen this episode. We've already, foreshadowed so much shit talking about just the recap, but...
I love the Marine pop-up map, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. That was the first thing I saw on screen.
Well, is this like a screensaver? Like, I kind of want this as a screensaver.
That would be fucking cool. Yeah. Screw pipes. Give me the Game of Thrones pop-up map.
All right.
Have you seen the Zelda one?
Yes, yeah, the Hyrule.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I always think about. Have you seen the joke video, like, where they parody a theme song where it's like Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones.
All I can imagine is Wiener, Wiener, Wiener from South Park.
I always think when it starts, like the song's like Thrones, Game of fucking Thrones, Game of fucking Thrones. I think about that every time now.
Okay. So, here's Stannis Bernrathian as Kevin Smith is taken to calling him.
It's a pretty fitting title. I love the scene, how Stannis is always kind of all over Melisandre, and now he's just like, no, kind of fuck off.
Yeah.
This is great acting.
There's the middle finger right there.
Great acting. He's got, I fucking hate everything about you written all over his face right there.
Yeah. And at this point, she's a necessary evil after what happened with his daughter.
And here's where you start to learn that shit goes bad when you burn your daughter in front of the entire encampment.
Yeah.
This is no bueno for Stannis. It also looks like they made the Stannis actor stay awake for a bender for a whole weekend.
Yeah, I know. They have completely, the way they've done his hair and everything. At this point, he's starting to kind of look like the Mad King we always hear about.
Pretty much. We talk about
the look on Melisandre's face says it all right there.
We talk about the acting on Game of Thrones religiously, but man, their subtlety is incredible. This is where he basically finds out he has no shot in this upcoming battle.
Yes.
What was it? Half the men are gone, all the horses are gone. That's the gist of it.
The other half of the horses already fucking died.
I was not expecting this, but this is a little bit of a what the fuck moment. This is kind of like the shot across the bow of this isn't going to be one of their typical episode 10s.
Yes.
Typically, episode 10 for Game of Thrones
is just Fallout.
Is all Fallout. There was no Fallout to this episode. This was shit going down about every 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the last 3 episodes, ever since Hardhome, it's just been fucking crazy every episode.
Which is really cool because I like that they kind of took notice that they had a formula going too.
Yeah.
Because with Hardhome happening when it did,
Hardhome changed up the equation a fucking lot. I was terrified for Jon Snow.
And Hardhome, changed it up quite a bit, and this changes up quite a bit too.
If you're not up on the episode titles, Hardhome was the giant fucking White Walker battle.
Yeah,
Hardhome was the name of the encampment and the name of the episode.
Yeah, and with with episode 10, they always did Fallout like we were talking about, but this one felt more almost like an episode 9 that they typically do, which was funny because episode 9 already had quite a lot of shit happen, so it's been a pretty...
But at the same time, compared to their typical episode 9, it was already kind of turned down a little bit.
Yeah, it was turned down. They definitely kind of took what usually happens in 9 and put it all in the ending of 8 and 10. So.
I love this conversation here with Sam and John. This is pretty good.
Great one-liners.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Jon Snow has the look on his face of, I've seen some shit, Sam. Shit you would not believe, Sam.
And here's some more kind of backstory about it. They basically figured out that, all the dragon glass is gone. It wouldn't have really mattered anyway because they're so outnumbered, to be honest.
Yeah.
They figured out the Valyrian steelworks. They're also fucked because there's 3 swords.
Yeah, they just literally put 2 and 2 together, and the reason that sword did anything is that it was Valyrian steel. But like you said, there's too few swords and they're too far scattered to even matter. What you fucking need is like Valyrian siege weapons.
What you need is
here we go.
Fucking dragons.
I love this one right here. This conversation. Just Sam.
Okay. Where exactly is Old Town? Do you remember?
I don't.
I'm sure they've talked about it, but they have so many cities and shit to talk about. Where
I don't think they've ever shown us anything. I think that it's always just been referenced to.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably heavier in the books. But I think Maester's a good pick for Sam.
Oh yeah, I mean he reads nonstop. He like they're just talking about now Master Aemon. Like he was always talking with Master Aemon if he wasn't talking with Jon.
Yeah. He's always in the library.
And they definitely, after what happened in that earlier episode where they were the other Night's Watch dudes were attacking Sam and Gilly, they needed to get them the hell out of there, definitely.
Yes.
So that's what Jon is, he wants to have a friend there he trusts, but he knows that they're much better off being... Because, I mean, that's...
right now, you're better off being anywhere but the wall.
Yeah, and, there's all that crazy shit happening with the White Walkers.
Well, right here, not to interrupt you. The last thing that I'll see before I die is the look in their eyes when they see I failed them. I love that line.
Yeah, powerful shit right there.
And I'd rather see 1,000 White Walkers. Yeah.
Oh, what I was saying is, like, not only do they have the zombie apocalypse happening outside the wall, everyone inside the wall is, a rapist or a murderer, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, only Jon, Gilly, and Sam are the only people. They have, like...
they'll make you swear off women, too. They'll bloody try. And then, Sam? What? Sam?
This has been a really good Sam season, I think. They've had a lot of cool moments for Sam.
They have. Was it this season or last season that he killed a White Walker?
That might have been...
That was last season.
It was either last season or season 3. It's been a while, though. It was when...
No, I don't think it was that far back. I think it was last season.
Was it? It all kind of blurs eventually. A lot of great conversations between those two this season.
I really want to start this show over.
I might. I mean, I'm kind of going through withdrawals, thinking about this 9-month wait without it.
I think Christina is starting to get interested.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we might be starting this over pretty soon.
What got her interested in it?
I think it's just how much I talk about shit in general.
Is she... I mean, she realizes, though, this is like the darkest thing that has ever been created ever, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, even like the dialogue and even the political shit is just, enthralling. So, Stannis.
Yeah, I mean...
that has got to be the most pitiful army I think I've ever seen. Not that I've seen many armies, but
you've got
or ever been in one.
You've got to appreciate, as much as Stannis is a dipshit, you got to appreciate
conviction, man.
He knows they're fucked, and he's going anyway. He's just like, shit, dude.
The look on his face says it all. Like, I'm at least going to die in battle, bitch.
We talked over it, but I believe he's already been told Melisandre bailed, right?
Yes, that was at the scene with his wife hanging from the tree.
She has been up his ass nonstop you are the one true king, blah, 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 let's kill your daughter for, blood magic and shit. And for her to be gone, he knows.
Yeah.
Like, he already knew, but he knows for damn sure that it's over.
That's what, sealed the deal for him. That's how he knows 100% that. I want to know where she learned to do that. Pick a lock with a corkscrew.
Also, why would you drop the corkscrew? That's a pretty decent weapon. Just
right? He's got to aim for the eye, and it'll be hands off of you. Like, my eye. Okay, you win.
Have they shown Littlefinger ever since he had that conversation with Cersei like 5 episodes ago? I just realized they haven't really had much Littlefinger this season.
They haven't. They showed him after that was. He talked to Cersei, and then he went and talked to what's the old woman's name? The queen, the current queen's grandma.
Marjorie's grandmother.
Yeah. Tyrell, Lady Tyrell. She is not a lady, but I fucking love her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She was a villain in Torchwood.
Really?
Yeah.
Gwendolyn Christie, I believe is her name.
Something like that.
She's going to be a stormtrooper in episode 7. Maybe stormtrooper who can actually accomplish something.
Wait, are you talking about Brienne?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Tyrell.
Oh, you're talking about Tyrell. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about...
No, Grandma Tyrell.
Okay, yeah.
She's a Torchwood villain.
Still need to watch that show.
Pretty villainous. Yeah, not really.
Not so much.
I've only ever watched it for Harkness. That's
like...
This whole season.
That's Brienne's entire character arc in a nutshell right there. Like, she is always so close to helping the Starks, but then so far away.
Well, think about the metaphor there, though. I mean, it's just kind of the same thing that happens with Arya later. Really, when you think about it.
What do you mean?
She had a mission, she was given a mission, and then she fucking throws the mission away for personal gain.
Yeah. Not just gain, but personal vengeance.
This whole episode has been about personal gain, really.
And not even personal gain, but personal vengeance. A lot of...
Personal motives.
Yeah.
Because Stannis is here for personal motives. We just missed the siege weapon line. Prepare the siege weapons. I don't think we're going to need them, sir. And then there's the...
They have no horses and half their men, and they were already looking like
they were going to be outnumbered.
They were going to be, this is insane.
Now think about this also. Lord Bolton had said before that they didn't even need to fight them. That they can just wait them out through the winter. They have all the food. They can't penetrate the walls and stuff. So he's meeting them on the battlefield anyway because he's assured of victory.
Yeah, just looking at that is... And
look at some of Stannis' men running the other direction.
I didn't notice that before, but
I didn't notice that the first time either.
Did.
I mean, wouldn't you? Fuck you, Stannis. Burn Rathian.
Man.
Men shouting and weapons clanging. Thank you. I was not aware that's what happened in a medieval war. Yeah, and she understands the gravity of it. And then we don't even get to see the battle. We just cut straight through the aftermath.
Didn't even qualify as a battle. It was just a total slaughter.
Guy has no legs.
Typical Game of Thrones fashion.
Stannis is still in one piece, mostly. So, he's more of a badass than I thought he was. Because we've never seen any of his valor in battle or anything before.
They did show some. You remember in Blackwater when he's in the little raid party before they leave?
That was a fucking awesome battle, by the way. Was that season 3?
That was season 2.
That was season 2?
That was the episode 9 of season 2.
Oof.
Blackwater.
That's when Tyrion got his scar. See, and then right here, this was pretty cool.
Why couldn't one of these have been Ramsay? If they could have had Stannis take out Ramsay, oh my god, I would have lost my shit. That's what's cool about Game of Thrones. Like, they don't shy away from, this battle's about to happen, but they're like, one-on-1, one-on-2 fights.
Yeah.
They love showing that. And they're usually, really awesome choreography with them.
I mean, as short as that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But, anyway, this is one of the most anticipated moments, I think. in Game of Thrones also as far as the character story arcs go. I don't fight for the Boltons. Yeah, especially this moment here when she's going to ask him about Renly. They say he's already put the math together.
Yeah, she's been wanting him dead for 4 or 5 seasons now.
Yeah. Yeah, he murdered him with blood magic.
I do like Stannis. He's just like, yep, I did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get it over with. Kill me.
I did.
He is so defeated. Like,
look at his face.
Even notwithstanding the battle, but like him killing his daughter just killed him inside. You can just tell.
I'm not even sure if he wanted to win at this point.
He killed his daughter. His wife hung herself, and Melisandre left.
And he did everything basically at her command. So yeah, I like what he says here, though.
Do your duty.
Yeah. Do you have any last words? And then basically just get on with it. And he even considers for a moment before he even and then just go on, do your duty. But you see the look on her face. He's not the monster she expected to find, you know?
I think part of it, too, is just how defeated he already was.
Right.
That probably had to kind of kill that moment for her, you know? She's been wanting to kill him so bad.
Now, back to what you said earlier about Game of Thrones doesn't really shy away from anything. I know I had the conspiracy theory last season that Tywin was still alive. But they at least showed you like him slump after he got shot with the bolt from Tyrion.
Yeah, you didn't see anything with that.
Yeah, it cut away before her sword ever connected. So, like you said off mic before, maybe Pod stopped her, or I'm thinking maybe she like intentionally hit the tree next to Stannis for whatever reason. I don't think Stannis is dead. I really don't, because they show you every death, and every death is brutal, and they show you every little gory detail, and they cut away from that one.
Yeah,
and you never go back to Brienne and Stannis in this episode.
And what was working against your Tywin theory was that was like the last thing of the season. This was early on in the episode. It's not pivotal, where it's not cheapening it if they show that he's still alive. The problem though is it looked like his leg wound was like arterial or something, because it was pretty, that blood pool was starting to collect pretty quickly. So, it's one of the greatest scenes of the season right here.
Yes, it is.
I like how they found a chick who's almost as crazy as Ramsay to play this role.
I don't know. Who is this chick? What's her character name? Do you know?
I am not.
Is it Alleria or whatever? Alleria?
Sounds like it could be it.
I'm curious. No, that's the Dornish lady.
That's Miss Oberyn right there.
Yeah.
This is intense IMDb action going on.
I'm telling you. I don't know who this chick is, but I expect we will see her in the future.
Yeah, how good is she?
I mean, she makes you... I mean, like I said, sure, you hate a character, but you don't ever stop to appreciate, to think, what has to go into them making you hate them so much? Like, she's got to be truly a great actress for you to hate her as much as you do.
And this is when Theon goes all...
No, this is when Reek becomes Theon again.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is awesome character development for Sansa too.
Yes.
I love her line where she's like, let it happen while there's still something left to me. That's like,
yes.
And this is when Theon goes all Vader on the Emperor.
The sound of that.
The sound effect of that was so satisfying.
We have it on mute and with subtitles, and I still fucking heard that sound.
That was painful, man. That was painful.
But they had the worst timing with, killing his girl on the side, because here's Ramsay coming back. You
also notice, hey, you're talking like Reek's Theon again. Total eye contact right there, like he's back. You know what I mean? He's not all...
He looks like Theon in the face again.
Although, where the hell are they jumping? Because that looks pretty perilous to me. I know it's snow, but, they're pretty high up.
This isn't Assassin's Creed. There's no hay bale at the bottom. I don't know...
I mean, I guess at that point, though, I'll take the jump
And
instead
then,
of Ramsay.
I mean, look at the symbolism there. Sansa fucking hated him. She said that she would do to him what Ramsay did to him if she could. And they're going hand in hand.
And that's the freaking last we see of them. So many cliffhangers on this. It just...
Yes. And this guy... Oh, man, this
Aaron
guy.
Trent.
Oh.
I didn't see this little twist coming until, like, you know, it's obvious that it was about to happen, but I didn't think of it going in that this was her plan.
Yeah. No, this is
awesome right here. Man, goddamn, did they make some sadistic motherfuckers in this show.
You know, I had totally forgotten that he was the guy that single-handedly killed her dancing instructor.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, that's the whole reason he's on the list was that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he had done other things, too, that qualified him to be on the list. Like, isn't he the one that was in command when they're going out killing all of King Robert's bastards? He was, like, the main guy in command of that. And he goes into Littlefinger's place of business and just starts murdering babies in front of clients and stuff.
He did other shit, but everyone on her list is personal. It's not just... Yeah, it was personally something really to do with one of her family members or, you know, close friends. Yeah.
Oh, I love this so much, dude. Not the little girls in pain.
What's about to happen?
But what's about to happen?
So
I should clarify what it is I love. I'm not that sick of a bastard. But yeah, this right here.
This show is the best.
Yes, it is.
It's just the best. What did we do before Game of Thrones, man?
I have no idea. Yeah, the look in his face. Oh.
And I didn't catch it, but the thing she's using is what she uses to peel the oysters.
Yeah. Her little shiv, her little
Yeah.
prison shiv now. That's exactly how it's... Look at how brutal and animalistic she is.
And enjoying every second of it. She is such a psychopath now. It's
Seriously. Ever since Needle slowly going through that guy's throat and the look on her face, I have been watching her closely.
The dialogue here is...
Macy Williams, if she hasn't won an award, she better fucking win something.
She's got, I think, multiple, like Oscar caliber roles ahead of her. Because she's already this good.
Yeah.
She hasn't even been an actress for that long.
No, we keep talking like she's a child too, but she's like in her 20s.
I think she's like 18, something like that. So that's crazy. She was 13 when they started the show. That's insane how good she's been.
And she's playing like a 6-year-old too. So yeah. Dude. See, they'll show you this, but they don't fucking show you Stannis die. I'm telling you, he's alive. He's out there. And I was so disappointed I didn't get to see him fucking kill Lord and Ramsay Bolton.
Yeah, one more season we have to wait.
That's what I was looking forward to all season, as much as I was looking forward to this bastard dying. Look at that. They showed you that, but not Stannis' death. Come on. Oh, this. We talked about this scene well before this episode ever aired, or in speculation that I was really afraid of this scene happening.
Because, you know, you see what she's about to do, and that is not what they're about, even a little bit. It is the exact opposite of what they're about.
Yeah. They're about balance and protecting, and what she did was personal, it was revenge, and it was murder.
They're all about...
straight up murder.
They're all about, you know, being no one, literally. And when you take, you know, personal, you know, vengeance into account, you're being someone, you're not being no one.
Yeah. Which
is, she did the exact opposite of what she's meant to do with them.
And we had talked before, I think it was it last episode or the episode before when she started stalking that guy? I guess it was the episode before this one, in episode 9, when she started stalking that guy over to the brothel and everything, that I had asked you what punishment would she suffer, because Jaqen, knew she was lying to her. What doesn't Jaqen know?
This scene kind of mind-fucked me
pretty bad. Dude, everything to do with these people is a mind-fuck.
This right, I actually thought this was the end of him when that happened. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's...
But did you see Kevin Smith? took that little gif right there of what she's saying, and he was like, "This was me this entire season finale." No, you don't die.
Pretty accurate. Yeah.
Mind fucked. Dude, okay, so I was asking you earlier in the week after that episode aired, is this meant to be the whole season mindfuck or just right here? I don't know if, because that'd be kind of a mindfuck.
I think that's the question.
Yeah, like if Jaqen was
Look
the
at
girl
this.
the whole season, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, look at this right here. Look at what's happening here. But no, like I told you in response to that the first time you asked me that, for all we know, Jaqen could have been dead for 200 years now. You know, it just...
Yeah. Now you have a little Luke Skywalker moment right here.
Yeah. And this is the part that, oh God, I am so afraid for. Because I don't know if this is permanent. Like, is she stick now? The little Daredevil reference there? Or is she going to be able to earn her sight back?
So many freaking cliffhangers, man. Typically, the show doesn't
It's
have...
like they took every cliffhanger they could have ever had from any episode and stuck them all on the finale.
I know, like, everything ends on a cliffhanger, pretty much.
Okay, let me tell you about how intuitive I am.
Yeah, you didn't see the... and you would not last 5 minutes in Game of Thrones, dude, because this is, like, so painfully awkward where I was like, oh, this is not good.
I just figured, you know, the whole thing that Bronn said, like, Dornish women are fucking crazy. We know the Lannisters are into incest and stuff. I mean, come on.
Also, if this doesn't happen, this whole plot line kind of has, like, no meaning, if you get what I'm saying. Like, for Game of Thrones, it's kind of a meaningless plot line. Because this sets up almost full-on war between Dorne and King's Landing.
Oh, Bronn. He barely wants to leave. Bronn's in love.
I love Bronn.
Bronn's amazing.
One of the best characters, easily.
Bird screeching. Thank you. Thank you, Keller's captioning. That was necessary to the scene. Yeah, this
is painful.
Fucking scene.
This is painful.
Game of Thrones won.
So the sentimentality wasn't another giveaway?
No. I was just
Ron.
like, oh, everything is good and well now. We have her Marcella back. Or Marcella. Did I just say the same name twice? I thought it was different.
That's kind of late to figure out her name.
Again, we're assuming you've already seen this episode.
Yeah, we said earlier you should have seen this already, because it's kind of hard not to talk about shit when it's about to happen.
Oh God,
this is just rough to watch.
Knowing that it's coming, I'm like on the edge of my seat, like rocking back and forth. Like, no. You need to be ripping someone's fucking necklace off and drinking the contents.
Eventually, we're going to be just quietly sobbing into the microphone, so be prepared for that.
No alcohol even involved. We just sob whenever we watch Game of Thrones. That's just the way it works.
Yeah. What's crazy is they had never really had a single cliffhanger in their...
They've got like 20 in this.
In their 10th episodes, and every plot line has a cliffhanger in this episode.
Except this one, I think, is pretty much sealed. Oh.
Well, it is a cliffhanger in like the way it leads up to like what can happen though, because like it can lead to full on war between
the Lannisters and the Dornish. Yeah, so which has happened in the past, but you know, I guess I should have seen this coming because this is the one character they've never developed. They've never really showed you much of. They never really talked about much.
Marcella.
Yeah, and she suddenly became important. That's never a good sign either in Game of Thrones.
Your biggest clue should have been a peaceful, happy moment. That's never going to end well in this show.
Yeah. And then to find out that she knew all along that her uncle's actually her daddy. That he's the Dunkle.
And he... Probably the happiest moment he's had, since he had his hand chopped off a couple seasons ago.
Oh, Lord. And then...
Jamie's having a rough year too, man.
Yes, he is.
I mean, not, hand chopping notwithstanding, his brother who he let out killed his dad.
That was a good time compared to things that have happened lately.
His brother who he set free killed his dad.
His dad said some mean things to him first, too.
This is just...
Oh, there it is.
So this is the moment where you were like, no.
This is when I connected the dots right here. Marcella, yeah. Oh my god. You bitch. Now what's she gonna do when the sand snakes? So the sand snakes, sand vipers, sand snakes?
Crazy Dorn girls, that's...
Bronn warned them. The Dornish women are fucking crazy. Yeah, what is she going to do? Because she just swore her allegiance or she was going to die. I mean, is it not going to be obvious that when word gets back that she died, that it was her and that poison?
And they know they have poison because...
They made a point of that with Bronn.
And the mountain was already poisoned by one of them because Oberyn did the same stuff with his weapons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they know. They know for damn sure.
So I mean,
and Oberyn's brother, who's like the king over there, he's already threatened her with death multiple times.
They don't seem like the type to wear dresses. I'm sorry. After the shit we've seen that they can do, they seem like uniforms and pants type ladies, not froofy dresses. But
man,
oh my god! And then it just leaves you with the image of the ship. You don't know like exactly what's going on. Oh, this was a great scene. I love this scene. Has got so many good lines in it. And then, I'm sorry, why exactly would we take you? Tyrion's like, what?
Exactly what survival skills can you help us with? You can talk.
Dude, you can see the tension in that room. Yeah, I love how Tyrion's like the only one that was not there for him, like sobbing and confessing his love for her. So now he's like, you love her, don't you? And everyone's like, yeah, we all fucking knew that.
Okay, here's a question. Is Jorah contagious? Or is that only when you go full grayscale that you can be contagious? Because remember, he actually helps Khaleesi off of the thing.
I think it's the grayscale itself.
Okay.
Touching the grayscale itself. Right now, it's only on that one part of his arm.
Okay.
Yeah, the danger with the other ones was it was full body for them.
Okay. That makes sense.
But he keeps it covered up as much as he can and everything. That's my theory. Because, like you said, he's been, touching on Khaleesi, so...
That sounded so dirty.
Yeah, I love how they all think that no one can speak Valyrian, but it seems like it's a fairly common language these days. The bit nostril.
That was great.
Oh, man.
The first time we've seen Grey Worm.
Second.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But first time in a while.
First time I've seen him standing since that episode. Since that very painful episode for you.
I miss Sir Barristan. He was a cool character, man.
He was cool, but I never really cared for him much. Game of Thrones has taught me not to trust people. So he never really earned my trust much once he joined Khaleesi.
I loved how they introduced him to Khaleesi, where he kills the venomous thing that was going to kill her.
Yeah.
That was cool.
She exiled you twice, I believe.
Don't blame me for your crime as Mormont. I love the dude who's Dario. I'm so glad they changed actors. This guy's much better.
How are you glad they changed actors? You didn't even realize they changed actors till I pointed it out to you.
No, I knew he changed actors because this guy's from Orphan Black.
I've never seen that.
It's not bad. Good? I kind of lost interest in season 2, but it's not bad.
Pardon me? Not precisely. Oh, God, Tyrion. Look how proud he's standing, too. Middling. So many times. And drink. I've survived so far.
Peter Dinklage, you are so awesome.
Oh, God. But, I mean, think about how awesome it was when he was Hand to the King and he was playing all those little games and stuff in King's Landing and how well he ran the city. I mean, I can't wait for more of that because it feels like they're setting up right now that Khaleesi's going to be gone for a while.
And it's going to be Tyrion versus the Sons of the Harpy dudes.
Yeah.
Because they're still there. They haven't gone anywhere.
Oh, yeah. They tried to kill him, too.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I really want to see Tyrion, try to set up some traps for them maybe. Like, they could do some interesting stuff with him being in charge.
I mean, we know how crafty of a bastard he can be in a time of battle because what was it, what we were just talking about with Stannis?
Blackwater?
The Blackwater stuff. Yeah, that was pretty fucking intense, and that was him versus Stannis.
Yep.
So, let's see what he does with the crazy harpy people. So, yeah, it's... As I said, it feels like Khaleesi's going to be gone for a while. Over the way they're setting it up here.
I do like, too, how Tyrion's been there for like 3 days, and he's like, king of the city. Only Tyrion can manage that, man.
Basically. Yeah.
This is so awkward.
He's got the two best people he can have.
This is one of my favorite scenes of this episode.
I bet it is.
I missed me some Varys, man. He's another really cool character. Him and Littlefinger, man, they're so fascinating to me.
I was surprised at what a good matchup him and Varys make.
Yeah. A lot of good conversations towards the beginning of the season before you get kidnapped.
Yeah. Varys, I think, terrifies me just as much as Littlefinger, though. You can't read him. At least you can read Littlefinger.
I think he's just as dangerous as Littlefinger, but I actually get the impression Varys legitimately likes Tyrion. Littlefinger doesn't like anyone not named Littlefinger.
Yeah, basically. And he even fucking hates the name Littlefinger.
Yeah.
So, Lord Baelish. I call him Littlefingers. I can type that out in text message.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell shit in this show. I'm just guessing.
I don't know anyone's fucking names in the show. It's always just that person or this person.
If only I knew someone with a vast network of spies.
If only.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Varys has just been chilling in the city, just like, Khaleesi's left, I gotta go talk to him now.
Yeah. Who could possibly have any experience managing such a massive, ungainly beast? Yeah, they're perfect for each other. I did miss you. Oh, I know.
No other show comes close to this show.
Their minds are so much alike, is why they're so awesome.
Yeah, always 5 steps ahead of everyone.
But yeah, this scene was kind of cool. This is the
great CGI in the dragon.
Yeah, it is. This is the most unkempt we've seen Khaleesi in a long time, ever since the heart eating, I believe.
Yep. I'd forgotten about that. That was gross.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Crazy fucking...
was that the one time Khaleesi didn't turn you on? Was it eating the fucking horse heart?
Well, let's not go too crazy.
Oh, no. I still got hard on that one, too.
So, what's the name of the Khal Drogo people? I just totally blanked on the name of all of them.
Fucking A. We're not good at this.
We suck at this.
Well, we haven't seen them in like 3 seasons. They fucking deserted her. They don't deserve a name.
You know what this kind of made me think of, though?
What's that?
This whole dynamic with like the dragon not listening and shit made me think of Charizard.
Oh god, this isn't a cartoon. If he breathes fire on her, it won't do anything to her. I forget. I haven't seen her light herself on fire in a while, so. And then she has to like crawl out from under him. Yeah.
How the dragon's acting, that's how my dog acts. She's like, fuck off. I'm tired.
I can't get that out of my head, dude. He's fucking Charizard.
He's totally Charizard, right?
Totally Charizard. How dare you, Jeff? Well, that means we know he's at least level 36.
Yeah.
And knows flamethrower, evidently. Hey, unlike Charizard early on, he can learn fly.
Was that a Pokemon burn?
It sure was. I don't remember exactly when. I want to say Pokemon Yellow they brought that in, dude. That's the most ridiculous fucking thing. He had these huge ass wings, but could you fly on his back? No, you fucking couldn't. Because Pokemon logic. But you could teach a Pidgey.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right?
I'm curious exactly where she's at. She obviously has no idea where she's at either.
Yeah. Well, she was even asking the dragon, like, where the fuck am I?
I still can't think of the freaking name of the horse people, and it's driving me insane.
If we hadn't been podcasting right now,
Right.
we would know it. Are you Googling it?
I'm trying. Vamp run.
Um,
I'm probably think of it once I type it in.
This was cool right here. Like, she is not sure what's about to happen, so she's dropping a fucking breadcrumb.
Which how they're gonna find that breadcrumb out in the middle of fucking nowhere is gonna be
Right.
a little difficult.
At least she thought to do something.
Dothraki.
Dothraki, yeah.
God, that was driving me insane.
I was never going to come up with that.
This is a little intense.
This right here, I can't tell if this is good or bad. I'm assuming bad.
Yeah, there's no way to know.
There's no Jorah and there's no Khal Drogo, so I'm assuming bad.
Yeah, Khal Drogo was kind of... Like they say in the featurette after the episode, kind of like 1 in a million.
Yeah.
As far as... He was a crazy son of a bitch, but not as crazy as they can be.
Right.
I want to go back and rewatch that episode with Khal Drogo and her brother.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones I really look forward to.
I'll give you your golden crown.
That was the first moment where I was like, I'm obsessed with this show.
Yes. Speaking of justice, lock clicks. Door opens. Everything that has been happening with Cersei this season, I fucking love. I'm sorry, but that is one stone cold bitch that deserves everything she's getting. Which again, must be a brilliant actress, right? If you feel that way.
Yeah, Lena Headey's pretty awesome.
I still have never seen Sarah Connor Chronicles. I need to find out where I can watch that.
Is it Netflix? I think it was at some point, but since we want to watch it, it's gone, because that's how Netflix works.
Yeah, because that's the way it works. No, it's
Assholes.
not on there because I've searched for it.
Damn. I believe it was on there a long time ago.
I think it was. My dad watched it. He said it was pretty good.
This has really been the first time Cersei's done fucked up, is with this whole religious nut, thing she set up.
Yeah. Well, she's so used to other people having an ulterior motive that she deals with, and he didn't. He fucking meant everything that he said he was going to do.
And he did it.
And she didn't take him at face value. Knowing that her fucking cousin that she was fucking, is...
I see what you did there.
is working for the High Sparrow.
Yeah, she should
Which
have.
I've never been so fucking terrified of a sparrow in my life, I have to say.
This guy's great.
Yes, he is. Villain of Tomorrow Never Dies. That was when I was sold on this actor. That's probably the first time I ever saw him. I was like, you're fucking amazing. He's one of my favorite Bond villains ever.
I look forward to all of these Game of Thrones actors popping up in, tons and tons of other stuff, because, who isn't watching the show right now? Like, these guys that are so talented and just haven't been discovered before this, they're in for some...
Did you see the news with this episode?
What news?
It hit, the all-time highest ratings ever. It overtook Walking Dead, and it's now the #1 show.
Which is crazy, because, Walking Dead is not local, but it's, one of the closer to being local ones.
Yeah.
This is totally subscription-based, so, for the subscription channel to do that is incredible.
Yeah.
Not to mention, since it's subscription-based, a lot of people torrent it,
yeah.
so it's even more impressive.
So, yeah, no, it hit... Yeah, Game of Thrones already claimed the most pirated show ever, 2 seasons ago. But... legitimately watching people have skyrocketed this to #1 show on television, period. Walking Dead's had that for a little bit now.
Yeah, this is no longer a show. This is kind of an event with how much every episode, blows up Twitter.
This episode also had the highest ratings of a single episode of a show. So we had Jurassic World take over the movie world, and then we had fucking Game of Thrones take over TV, all in the same week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Man, when she figures out they killed Marcella...
Oh, she's gonna lose her shit.
After going through this shit and already losing her other kid... it's going to be bad.
She's either going to lose her shit or it's just going to break her completely.
And
and this show could go either way.
I need season 6 in my life now.
We'll just have to watch, all 50 episodes 2 or 3 times to get there.
Okay, here's a question. Are you planning on reading the books?
Probably eventually.
Are you going to wait for the show to complete?
Yeah, I think I will.
That's been my kind of, plan, but I get withdrawals. I need more.
Yeah,
it's going to be, dude, if the new book comes out before the show comes out, that's going to be really hard for me to not research shit because I really want to know some of the shit that happens.
Yeah, no, dude, I think I'm just gonna wait for the show to finish because, it is what it is. I fucking love this show, and as much as I want to delve deeper into it, like I could with the books, I'm also afraid that if there's a plot line or something that they might have skipped that they could use later or something.
You don't want to look at it negatively when now you're just going totally fresh.
Yeah, I have nothing to compare this show to right now. So
yeah, I thought about maybe reading the earlier ones where we're already seasons past, but even then, like you said, the book's able to have longer continuing plot lines and more characters because it's a book. So even previous seasons can make you look at it differently.
So yeah, I do like the concept of the books though, how they're written from a character's perspective.
And they jumble so much, yeah.
Yeah, rather than one narrative or something like that. And how a lot of the events happen concurrently. You just see them from different perspectives. I really like the idea of that. And that must be a fucking nightmare to write.
Yeah, I'm sure he has to have...
He's got to write the same damn story, how many times?
I'm sure he has to have, a chart, detailing... when he...
It probably looks like the fucking map out of the Sherlock Holmes movie with the yarn and pins everywhere.
Yeah, because he has even more even if you were just writing from the show's perspective, how many characters they have, but the book has tons more, so he's doing even more like that.
I can't imagine having more fucking characters either. There's the Sarah Connor look, by the way,
or the Dread look. She's a crazy ass villain in Dread.
Oh my god, she is! Holy fuck! You just blew my mind.
Oh, you didn't know that was her in Dread?
No, I didn't know. I didn't fucking realize. Yeah, the fucking drug him up, skin him alive, and drop him over the thing. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, somebody gave Cersei Lannister some freaking meth, dude.
Oh my god, I didn't even fucking realize that until you said that. And had you said that when she had the long hair, I would have been like, fuck you. No, she's not. Oh my god. Fornication? Her? No.
This was one of those... This gets so fucked up, where even though I hate her, I was like, man, this is fucked up.
Yeah. And you know what's really sad? This type of shit actually happens.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life in medieval times, this shit happened.
Gotta applaud the actress, too.
Yeah, that could not have been fun.
I mean, could you imagine freaking filming this?
Well, I mean, she's actually got to actually suffer this. When they were filming The Birds, the actress and stuff was having all kinds of mental breakdowns and stuff because of the role. I mean, and she actually has to suffer this. Because she has to be the character and she has to go through... She's not only physically going through it, she has to mentally go through it as the character.
Yeah, it's method acting, just part of the scene.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, I can't see someone ring a bell like that and the exact same motion that she's doing without hearing, bring out your dead. Not to diminish the scene at all.
Not at all.
But...
No, I don't think you can diminish the scene. This just gets brutal.
Yeah. It's a powerful scene, though, because, I mean...
It drags so long.
Oh, yes, it does. I mean, she has to walk from there all the way to the castle. And, I mean, just think about this. So, this is Cersei Lannister. I mean, this is the highest of the high freaking noble family and everything. This is the last thing you'd expect. And this is the worst thing that can possibly happen in her mind. The public humiliation. I mean, yeah. And you can see she's resisting it. But later, the closer she gets to the castle, like you can see it's breaking her. It's breaking her down. Because, I mean, out of all the characters in this show, no one is more proud than Cersei Lannister.
And no characters think they're as untouchable as she does.
Yeah.
Or did, but before all this happened.
Yeah, so this is... we see so many crazy, like, people flashing her in this. But I guess this is Game of Thrones. We were due to see a few dicks here and there. We haven't seen one in a while. There's the first one.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
One dick down. And the dude, too.
If I'm Cersei, I'm kind of like, maybe you guys should have brought a few more bodyguards.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, and not only that, I mean, she's got to be like one of the most hated people in King's Landing as well. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, because they all hated Joffrey too.
Yeah. She's the Queen Mother. Is that the title?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it in her eyes now. She's still trying to resist. She's still trying to be proud. But she's starting to break in her eyes.
Great acting.
I mean, she's saying so much without saying anything. Look at that.
Just that brief second when she stops. It was like the last,
I'm sorry, the first thing on my mind would not be to stop. But I think it's somewhere right in here.
It was about here where, like, even though I hate that character, you can't help but just feel bad as a human being. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and there she is. The only thing keeping her going is getting back. She wants to see her son. It's one thing you cannot fault Cersei for.
And what's funny is all of this happened because she didn't like Marjorie.
Yeah.
That's the only reason any of this is happening.
It's too bad Marjorie doesn't know any of this is happening.
Is she still locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because her trial is still going on.
Yep.
And it's just now she's going to have her own trial.
They can be trial mates. Yeah. This is what happens when you let literally your little brother kill your father. This right here. This is how it ends. And she's basically like that. Don't let them see. Don't let them see.
This is still painful to watch for me a little bit.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing too. How powerful is this moment here when she finally gets inside? Did you notice that no one makes a move to help her? They're all wearing cloaks. No one gives her their robe or their cloak or anything. They all just kind of stand there.
Yeah, they're just, like, seeing her like that, they're just stunned.
Yeah, only, like, no one wants to move, no one wants to say anything, no one wants to help her at all, except, the fucking Black Maester.
Yeah, the crazy necromancer dude.
Yeah. Speaking of necromancy, we're about to get something you've been waiting for a long time.
They're going to do some crazy shit with Zombie Mountain, dude.
Yes, they are. Dude, look through what you can see in the helmet. Look at that.
Yeah. And what's going to happen is as soon as she sicks him on all the religious nuts, he is getting on a boat to Dorne. And she's going to unleash him on all.
You know what's even more terrifying than Zombie Mountain? Zombie Mountain can fucking speak because of the line that he's taken a holy vow of silence and he's sworn that he will not speak until his grace's enemies are dead. So Zombie Mountain can fucking talk. He's just not going to until he avenges all of her enemies. She's got some enemies on her list now. For sure.
Yeah, he is going to single-handedly murder all of those religious nuts at some point.
Can you kill a dead man? I mean, I guess you can kill the White Walkers. Dude, he's like a man-made White Walker.
He's kind of uncharted territory for them, even.
Yeah. but not for the fucking Black Maester.
No one could kill him before.
Right. Oh, he knows that's not good.
Oberyn should have killed him.
Oh, dude, that was a brutal fight. Oberyn and Mountain. Okay, Christina's been sick, right? And she was telling me the other day that her sinus pressure felt like someone squeezing her skull. And if she had been watching this show, I would have sent her the meme of Mountain crushing Oberyn's head.
Yeah, but you can't spoil that.
I can't spoil that since she hasn't seen it, and the meaning would be lost on her anyway.
Yeah. So what's also heartbreaking about that is he doesn't know about Shireen.
He doesn't know the truth, and he'll probably never know the truth because he would fucking kill Melisandre, and she knows it.
I think at some point, somehow he'll figure it out.
If Stannis isn't dead.
Like you said, if he ever goes back to that place, if he can still find that little statue he gave her in the burn pile.
He gave her the little stag. I'm sure that's there. Or if Stannis is still alive, maybe he'll find out from Stannis himself. I don't understand why he's so fucking loyal to Stannis. He's lost everything to Stannis.
Yeah, he lost his fingers. He lost his son.
Okay.
I'm not prepared for this, dude.
So, let me tell you again about how unintuitive I am.
And you think you know better because it's Game of Thrones. You gotta be on your toes, man.
I am so fucking stupid that, I'm like, oh my god, Uncle Benjen. Oh my god, I fucking love him.
That's because it wouldn't have fucking been like this if they hadn't had that goddamn recap. They trolled everyone so bad.
And then, right here, he's like, the sign. I see the sign, I'm like, well, that's a douchebag thing to do. Now, where's the uncle? Where's Uncle?
I don't know if I can watch, Ron. I don't know if I can watch, man. I'm gonna cry.
And then I was like, what is he doing? Where the fuck's the uncle?
I full on gasped and sat forward on my couch in just horror and awe.
It's not just that, they fucking show you every time too. It's not like alluded to. You know what's happening.
What is that? Okay, I don't think I've counted. That's 4.
Yeah. Let's see, 4, 5. And then...
So 6, because the last one.
Yeah, always the last one. So...
I still can't watch this, man.
I know, I'm trying not to look away this whole time. Oh god, I was like, no, Ollie, no. And that's, Jon Snow, the same thing he's thinking. A2, Ollie. That was really in bad taste considering what's happening.
Oh, that was the headline of a bunch of articles I saw too.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought it was original.
No, there's nothing original when the internet's around. This is so painful. Even knowing what happens, it's still so freaking painful.
I know. Oh my god. And he's just given up on life right there. I mean, Ollie kind of sealed it for him.
It's also kind of ironic too, because the whole thing is nothing, and in this moment he really knew nothing.
Yeah,
didn't expect it even a little bit.
Yeah, and I just could not believe it. And then you linger. They let you sit there and think about it. I mean, this is literally what they're going to leave us on, but they're going to show you for 30 fucking seconds Jon Snow bleeding out into the snow.
It's also really dependent on what they do with his body. Because typically, don't they burn because of the whole White Walker thing going on? Yeah.
I mean, look at this. You keep waiting. I mean, how long does he have to not breathe or blink or anything for that fucking scene, dude? That was intense.
And then they take longer to go to credits too.
Yeah, the screen stays black for a little bit.
So I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep tonight. I was so, and then to go through all of that shit at Hardhome, to have that happen.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know.
There are no words, man. He'd better fucking come back. I don't even care. I don't care the explanation.
I think there's about a 15 to 20% chance you're going to be horribly disappointed, because there is a chance that they could just end his storyline like that. But like we've talked about before, there is so many plot points with Jon Snow and loose ends that they have set up that they almost can't let him die. So either we're going to have the one internet theory of the White Walker Jon Snow, or what's more likely is Melisandre,
who just showed up about 5 minutes before.
Yeah. So,
or they're just having her there as an out just to fuck with us because they hate us. But like you were saying, like before, the main deaths could serve the plot just as much by them being dead. Yeah. Like Sean Bean's death sets up the whole show almost.
Yes.
The Red Wedding.
I mean, everything that has happened since Sean Bean lost his head has been as a direct result of that.
With the Red Wedding, their death sets up so many different plot lines. Jon Snow's death ends plot lines, like you're saying. Like there's, you have the moment where it can lead to either theory you mentioned, when the White Walkers, after Snow kills the one lieutenant, they're like, intrigued.
Yeah.
You've got Melisandre being intrigued after she's been searching for, the Chosen One type thing. I forget the name of it, but, she's been looking for that. You have, all these, and I know for the next season they're probably going to be replacing the Night's Watch with Bran.
Yeah.
But if they ever want to go back and do more Night's Watch shit, who are you going to watch? Sam's gone.
Yeah.
They have no reason to ever go back and show them.
I feel like we're going to see some Sam, though. I don't think he's out of the show. I think we'll see some of his Maester training.
But, if they do go and show him, though, he's not at the wall.
Yeah.
So, and what are they going to do with the Wildlings? The Wildlings are in there. Jon Snow is their ambassador.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Wildlings already come through the wall. So, what the fuck? Are you going to start a war with them? You're already outnumbered by them.
Also, at this point, since they've had so many character deaths that have stuck,
their pact was with Jon Snow. The Wildlings are free to do whatever the fuck they want. They're already on this side of the wall.
Yeah. And they've had so many character deaths that have stuck that it almost is more Game of Thrones-ish, shock value-wise, to bring it back.
Well, here's the thing, though. I've been thinking a lot about one of the theories that you had. And it's starting to make more and more sense to me the more I think about it.
You're talking about with the previously shown characters, how they had the resurrecting character?
Yeah, I feel like Melisandre's going to have something to do with resurrecting Jon Snow in the way we saw the guy that was dying repeatedly, and he lost like a little bit of himself every time he came back, but he always came back. We're going to have kind of that effect going on. I don't think he's exactly going to be like a full-on Jack Harkness, can't die kind of thing. But Melisandre's going to do something with... He has King's blood in him.
And potentially more than that, because you don't know who the mother is. That's the other thing. Is, and it's more so in the books.
Yeah.
His whole who's the mother storyline.
For all we know, they could try to burn his body and it won't burn because he's like the brother of dragons or something.
Yeah, that's one of the book reader theories, is that he's Targaryen.
Yeah. So
and they have all they've established before, and they went out of their way to establish that the Lord of Light priests can resurrect potentially because they show it in the show.
Yeah.
Also, when you think back to it, why did they show that if it wasn't going to serve a purpose later?
See, and that gets me back to the theory that you had that I was thinking about, was his watch has ended. He may not be bound by the pledge he took.
Oh,
to
hell
the next
no!
Watch.
Because he knows, like, his watch has ended, and he did everything with the best of intentions, but he failed.
Yeah.
Them, having the mutiny means that he failed. He was so focused on the big picture, and just like his dad, was too focused on doing good and too focused on the big picture to realize what was happening all around him.
Mm-hmm.
So, they went out of their way to establish that the Lord of Light resurrection can happen. Melisandre is
there,
scene. And she's juiced up with blood magic because they just had the Shireen thing happen.
Yeah, not only that, like I said, she has always said that there is nothing more powerful than King's blood, which is what's going through Jon Snow's veins.
Yeah, and potentially even more because we still don't know.
We don't know.
I think if they don't bring him back, obviously they're going to say now he's not coming back because they have to. They don't want to, run their show. But I think if they don't bring him back, and I'm thinking right now, because in the book he has even more outs. I am 90% sure, at least in the book, he's coming back.
I kind of feel like at this point that if they don't bring him back, there'll be just as big a riot as Walking Dead killing Daryl or Rick.
Yeah.
I feel like Daryl's death is coming soon, by the way, because if Boondock Saints gets picked up as a TV show, he's probably going to leave Walking Dead, and they'll probably, the way Walking Dead works, is kill him off to get him over there. So that one I feel like is coming. But it'd be like killing Rick in Walking Dead, killing Jon Snow.
See, I think Daryl is even more safe than Rick.
Really?
Because of the fan reaction. Because, you go to Hot Topic, all the t-shirts are Daryl, they're not of Rick.
Yeah.
He's the fan favorite, and I don't think
Rick got pretty popular when he was losing his fucking mind.
Well, that's true. He's the main character, but I don't think Walking Dead is as ballsy as Game of Thrones as far as killing the main characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but, Jon Snow is to Martin what Rick is to Kirkman. So I think he's coming back. It's just a question of how and why.
I think
his death has to serve a purpose somehow.
I think 90% he's coming back in the book. I think probably 60-70 in the show. I think he has less of a chance coming back in the show because they know what happens in the book because they've been getting input from George R.R. Martin from the next book.
Right.
So I think if he doesn't come back in the show, it's an intentional deviation from the book. Like them trying to go out of their way to make it different.
I feel like that they wouldn't be that ballsy though. That's pretty damn ballsy to take out Jon Snow completely. I feel like not only is he one of the more popular characters, he's also one of the younger ones. He could do this show forever. So I don't think it's permanent.
He's got so many outs.
I think they're getting him out of the Night's Watch.
Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier, how we've been talking about how it ends his watch. That totally lets him be accessible to other plot lines going on.
Like the Iron Throne.
I mean, they can, they can do. And the other theory where if he becomes a White Walker, I'd be okay with that too. I just want to see more
White
Snow.
Walker Jon Snow.
Because at that point, he'd just be
Snow.
Dude, at this point, fuck the Night's Watch. They can all die.
Yeah, which is probably what's about to happen.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Because
they are screwing themselves over right now. He is looking at the big picture, like you said. He knows what's coming. He has seen it firsthand. He was at Hardhome. Okay, he knows what it's going to be like. He is trying to prepare them to be able to fight from the wall, not have to get close to them. We don't know the giant big-ass sickle things keeping people from climbing. So he is trying his damnedest to make sure the world does not end, and they fucking ended him instead.
That's what's crazy too is, they've gone, like when they're doing kind of their little election.
Yeah.
They talk about, and you saw it, the only reason they're still there is because he was there. Right. The Wall, we talked about, at the beginning of the season, he kind of took command.
Yeah.
Totally took command at the Wall battle of last season. And for them to do that, just like, kill them all, go Team White Walker. Just a bunch. They're showing the recap for the featurette type thing. It just makes me sad all over again just watching this shit happen.
Yeah, dude.
And what's funny is there was like a minute left in the show. How I didn't see it coming, but
see, seriously, I saw the fucking sign and I was like, "What a douchebag thing to do!" No, where's his uncle? And then, he turns around and then gets immediately stabbed. Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be taking him to his uncle.
Oh, Ron!
Uncle, save him! Yeah. Which, by the way, are we going to see Uncle White Walker? Is there a chance of that happening? We don't know what killed him or where he is.
I don't know. I mean, they could, but at this point, it's so. it's almost like so insignificant. And we didn't talk about. I think the earliest he comes back is a what the fuck moment at the end of season 6.
Yes,
because they've already said the actor has been seen with his haircut. That's not a good sign. And also, we know already that next season's heavily Bran because they removed him totally from
one
this
Stark
season.
at a time.
So I think what they're going to do is they're going to replace Bran and place his storyline into the Night's Watch segment of the show.
Yeah,
that usually would have been Snow, and I think I'm hoping he's coming back. I think
after
season
the
6.
last time we saw Bran, and it was like the 7th voyage of Bran. Like, if you've ever seen the 7th voyage of Sinbad, that's full on what that was with the skeleton fight and everything. That got me a lot more interested in Bran.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Shit with Bran finally got really interesting. It's like, nope.
Yeah,
come back 2 seasons from now.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. I don't even know what to do. Game of Thrones doesn't do this to me, Jeff. I am not used to this. I can't handle this.
I know. Well, the last season they ended it with the Tywin death.
Yeah,
quote unquote. You're pretty sure he was.
But it was a closed story.
Yeah, and before before with that one, there wasn't a single real cliffhanger. There were 6 or 7. Every story had a cliffhanger in some way.
Yeah, everything is open-ended right now.
Yeah.
And, we know why. This season is supposed to be the first half of 2 books meshed together, right?
Yeah, what happened was books 4 and 5 were separated geographically. So in, book 4, you didn't have... I believe it was book 4 where you didn't have Daenerys, Tyrion, or Snow.
Okay.
In that one. So what they did was
That's a boring book.
So what they did was they merged the first half of events of book 4 and book 5, combined everyone together except Bran, and then played it out chronologically.
I can't imagine. That storyboard has to look like the map we mentioned earlier with the yarn and the text like that.
Yeah, it's hard enough to edit a regular show, but to edit that would have been a clusterfuck, and I'm sure many sleepless nights when they're trying to figure out what to do.
We kept saying before that, and early on with the political stuff they were setting up, that it looked like this was going to shape up to be a batshit season. But apparently what we meant was next season is going to be a batshit season because
this one was pretty batshit.
This one got crazy at the end. The only batshit thing that really happened was Hard Home and the what the hell just happened when Jon Snow got stabbed 6 times.
But yeah, because next season is go.
It's the conclusion to 2 books.
Yeah, next season is going to be how intense this season was for episodes 8, 9, and 10. Now it's just go.
Yeah,
and the intensity level of how all those plot lines are left open. That's usually the intensity of the ending of the season.
Yeah.
The last 3 or 4 of the season. How tense it gets. But like you said, it's that tense now, and you're just going.
Yeah.
And the other plotline where we talked about how they didn't have Bran. That was also open ended, continuing next season. So even more open endedness, coming back. So yeah, how the hell are we supposed to wait 9 more months for this show?
I have no idea.
Nothing else compares.
Like I said, just watching it all from the beginning, another 2-3 times until we get there.
I think I might have to just to keep from clawing on my forearms while I'm
curled up in the corner.
It's like you got any more of those Game of Thrones episodes?
Yeah, I got any more of them Game of Thrones episodes?
Yeah. Well, this is. We might have to do another Game of Thrones commentary of a random episode, an earlier one or something, because it's a lot of fun because there's so much shit to talk about in Game of Thrones. It's so deep.
So much shit to talk about in Game of Thrones. We talk about Walking Dead, and we talk about video games, and we talk about
Pokemon. Leave it to us to crowbar Pokemon in a Game of Thrones magically, but yeah.
But he's fucking Charizard.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
He's totally Charizard.
Anyways, well, that is the end of our Mother's Mercy Game of Thrones Season 5 batshit finale. We look forward to doing more commentaries in the future, but as of right now, it's 3 a.m., so...
Yeah, we were going to figure out some more commentaries. Maybe not TV shows, maybe some movies. We'll figure out something.
Yeah, movies we might release in 2 parts. Probably release them in the same week, but just release them in 2 parts because that would get a little long. Especially movies we would pick. So, and with us talking. So
yeah, probably a good call.
But thanks for listening. If you want to check us out some more, be sure to follow us on Twitter at TWBE Podcast and Facebook at facebook.com/ TWB.
Good job.
TWBE Podcast. It's 3 a.m. Shut the fuck up, Jeff. We also wanted to announce that we are working on getting audio-only podcasts put up on YouTube as well. So
I can do battle in the YouTube comments.
Exactly. So we're already on iTunes and Stitcher, and we are in the process of setting up our YouTube page. Audio only, no video. God, no one wants to hear us already. Could you imagine people wanting to see us? I can't. So
it's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see myself. I have to hear myself as it is. So, well, thank you and good night.
We will catch you next time.